good morning. Let's call in Archangel Gabriel this morning. Wants to come in. He's been on another reading I just did a minute ago. Who else would like to come in? Archangel Michael? Raphael. I love Raphael. Raphael is my beau. When I was a kid, I was going through a very rough time. And I had a dream. It wasn't a dream. No, it wasn't a dream. I had a dream, and Archangel Raphael, oh my God, he is beautiful. For one, can we just start there at how beautiful Archangel Raphael is when he takes human form? Oh, I'm getting tingles all over me. Oh, he's here. Okay, and he came and just like wrapped his wings like all around me like this. And he just was just like, it didn't say anything, but it was just this unspoken, you're going to be okay. We're here. We've got you. Okay. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful energy. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for that moment. And thank you for being here today. Beautiful. Right. We're going to do twin flame reading. The energy is very interesting at the moment. The feminine, I am feeling, has had an awful lot of a desire every now and again, just pulling on her stomach, like, text me, and has wanted, Ace of Cups, Six of Swords, has wanted to text the masculine. I really hope that you have stayed true to yourself and stopped chasing. 10 of Stones, home. Stop chasing, because if you're chasing, he's running. If you're running, he's chasing. Okay, so you must get yourself out of this anxious attachment style, my darlings, that the feminine is always in whenever she's within this twin flame relationship. If you don't know how to do that, I'm starting a course for twin flames. It looks a bit smudgy. Is that better? A little bit, yeah. So I'm starting a course of twin flames. It starts on the 1st of March. It's going to be quite heavily discounted because this will be the first time I'm running it. So if you are interested in that, I'll leave a link below. It's going to be helping you to basically do all the healing work that you need to do as the feminine so that you can bring in this twin flame reunion, okay? So bring in your union finally done, okay? Done and dusted. This requires a huge amount of healing, a huge amount of self-awareness, and a huge relationship with spirit. So this is what we will be looking at in this course. So if you're interested in it, we're going to talk all about what twin flame is, all about the divine masculine, all about divine feminine traits, how to heal some of this attachment styles and the trauma that has led to these kind of separation, runner, chasers dynamics. So it's going to be an 8-week course. If you're interested in that, starts on the 1st of March. I probably will run it again. I mean, see how it goes. But this is definitely the first time I'm running it, and it's discounted. So make sure that you sign up to this one if you're interested. Okay. And as I said, I'll leave the links down below. If you've got any questions, you can send me an email at lawofattraction@gmail.com, and I'll leave a link. I'll leave that down below as well. Anyway, that's enough publicizing. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good jazz. I've got 2 decks here. My Ink and Intuition Tarot, Tattoo Tarot, because this is always very my masculine deck. I have this deck here, which is the Wild Wood deck for the feminines. We're starting off with the Knight of Swords. So it's rushing in, there's a bravery person, and there's a Cup of Love there, the Cup of the Ace of Cups. I was going to say the Cup of Love, but that isn't what I was trying to say, but that was what was coming out. So we're going to have a little look at him. We're going to have a little look at her. We're going to just get some... Okay, 2 of Wands I just saw for her. We're going to let's have a little look. Can we have like a little pile? Maybe like, I don't know, 6 cards or something, please, Spirit, to represent where the Divine Feminine is at the moment, please. Can I get about 6 cards to represent where the Divine Feminine is? I'm taking that one. Oh. We got a little pile. Oh, celebration of the little pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 with that one. Look at that. Lovely. Thank you very much, Spirit. Excuse me. You need to be working on your communication style, please, feminine. Moon on the bottom of the pack. Very rare do they do as I ask them to. Okay, this 5 of coins. Let's have a little look. Okay, let's try and get 6 cards for the masculine. Sorry, you guys are great. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Or whatever the heaven you want to do, more accurately. Can we maybe get 6 cards for the masculine of where the divine masculine of this twin flame relationship is, please? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, can we get 6 cards, please, for where the masculine is at? It was 1. I saw it. It was the 7 of Wands. Can we get 6 cards? Woo! Okay. Ooh. He's showing himself to me. These 2 fell upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we get 1 more card, please, for the masculine? Just 1 more. Okay. I knew it. Wow. It was like, just 1 more. They're like, have 7. Okay. Well, we'll take them all. We'll take them all. He's got lots to say. The fact that he's showing himself to me quickly, you know, there was a vibe there of like, look at me, you know, I want to show you. There's an urgency to him of wanting to show some authenticity. We got the Tower in reverse on the bottom of the pack, which isn't great overall energy. Did I say on the bottom of the pack was the moon for her? Did I tell you guys that? I think I did. The Tower in reverse can talk a little bit about like, just kind of ruined plans, really, and a need to start again. So it's not bad energy. Maybe he's kind of recognizing that he needs to start again. Like everything's a bit fucked up. Basically, what he thought he had wasn't what he had. My left R names R for something. Ruben, I just heard. Rupert. So R may be relevant. Rachel. Left ear. Anyway, is it my left? Yes, my left ear ringing. And on the bottom of the pack for her was the moon card. So again, just kind of talks about kind of things coming to light, you know, truths. It can talk about intuition as well. I find like the moon is very much a feminine energy. So I think that possibly you guys are beginning to sit within that feminine energy quite strong, which is nice. Can talk about uncertainty, dishonesty. Illusion sometimes, but I just feel more it's kind of looking at your intuition. Hearing Taurus as well. And with this, you know, we've got the egg. There's an egg in the bottom of this lake for some reason, which is different to what, you know, the normal tarot would be. But I'm feeling very much like the birth of something new. Full moon rituals as well. What rituals did you do? What were you feeling around the full moon, which was like 14 days ago? I think it's the new moon tonight, is it? Yeah, maybe tomorrow? Oh no, new moon's on the 20th. Okay, so 2 days. So I will make a video about some stuff that you can do in the new moon because one of my followers asked about that. So I'll put up about something. I think it was Lily that asked about the new moon. And I'm gonna be like, one of my followers. It's like really obnoxious. I think Lily asked. If I know your name, I should say it. Yeah, I think it was Lily that asked about new moon rituals. So I'll post a video up about that as well. Okay, so we have a pile for him, a pile for her, looking at their general emotions. And then what else was I going to do, Spirit? You told me to do some cards. Okay, and then they wanted me to pull a couple of these love oracle cards just to kind of look at the overall vibe of the situation. Lightning, sudden change, wanted to stay 9:06 on my timer when I said that. Wanted to show itself there, wanted to stay in the pack even, sorry, which is ironic. Lightning fast but doesn't want to come out. Just showed me the chaser as well there. So let's get a couple of these. What should we do, Spirit? One each? Yeah, okay, they want me to split it, divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay, so what is the... Okay, that was quick. I didn't even get a chance to ask the question. But it landed on her side, so I know it's for her. Okay, so we've got 2 cards there for the divine feminine. Can we get a couple of cards here for where the divine masculine is, please? Obviously, he's going to take a little bit longer because that's his fucking jam, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? She's like, I'm there, I'm ready, I know what I feel. He's like, I don't know what I feel. Let me just think about it for a while. This is a lot of cards. Okay. He's got loads to say. All right, we'll take it. We'll take them. Oh, bottom of the pack. Boom. Phoenix. I don't know about you guys. I've been seeing Phoenix as a synchronicity quite a lot for me. And they just said to me, it's a nice symbol of twin flames for obvious reasons. New phase, rekindle, new, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. Oh gosh, I don't know whether I've pulled a muscle or if I've got like COVID or something. I don't know. I got a terrible pain in my back, like in my lung. I complained about it yesterday and everybody was like, "Are you all right?" And then today I was fine. Woke up this morning and I was fine. Is this the masculine that I'm tapping into here? I know my masculine is heavy smoker. Is this the masculine, please? I think this pain might be him. Can you take that off me, please, Spirit, if it isn't mine, because it's hurting. Tell me to clear the energy. It has actually gone, I think. Has that gone away? Praise Jesus, she's healed. Okay, so maybe he's not feeling very well. I am getting, there's a vibe around him at the moment that he's going through a rough time. Really rough. For some, I think that they may have just been injured. For others, I think that there may be a loss of work, money, or job. Maybe even somebody that's lost in like a family member, a bereavement, a dematerialization. And for some of them, they're just really in their feels because they just feel miserable about everything that's going on. Okay, so should we look at, let's look at him first and where he's at. Okay, so we had lots of cards come out for him. Okay, so, and they came out in kind of two piles. So look, I'll read them in these two piles that they came out because there's a reason why they come out in these two piles. Okay, excuse me. But, so he's feeling anxious. There is some fear going on with him. Can you take that off me? Oh, God. I feel like I'm being strangled. And it's funny because I've had this feeling the last couple of days and I'm like, what is this? It doesn't feel like it's mine, but really like constriction of the throat. So I don't know whether he's sick and that's like pain in the back, sore throat, feeling constricted in the throat, tonsillitis I just heard. But also throat chakra, like terrified to speak, not sure what to say. So there is a feeling here of that as well. I don't feel too bad now. Okay, so 7 of Wands. This talks about resolute firmness and bravery, overcoming challenges outwardly, even if outwardly against the odds. So I do feel like there's movement here, okay? There's some movement happening here. He is looking at how he can win this situation, okay? This card ultimately is about him wanting to win in the long and short. He wants to win. He wants to fight for you. And there is a feeling here that often with the runner in the chaser situation, they often, nobody really wants, it's a low value woman that chases. And I know it's easy to be like, yeah, but I love him and I want to be with him. And it's like, yeah, that's great, but it's still fucking desperate energy. It's not nice energy to come from. Nobody wants to be needed, or have like, oh, I have to have you because I can't be with anybody else. That's not nice energy. So he wants you to be stepping into that high value woman stuff, being that Empress, being that 9 of Pentacles that he sees you as. But the problem is when you come back and you chase and you're like, I love you, I miss you, he sees you as being somebody that's different. He sees you as being a low value woman and he doesn't want a low value woman. And really he wants to win you over too. He wants to win you over as well because he likes that. He likes the chase. So be very careful about putting yourself in a position where you're viewed as easy to get. Okay, and I think this has been part of the feminine's progression over the recent. Like I did a reading yesterday that talked about something's shifted in the feminine energy, and it shifted 1441 on the camera there. It shifted to the point where if he comes back, you're almost a little bit kind of like, I mean, yeah, it's nice to see you, mate, but you've been ghosting me, or you know, I don't really know if this is going to work. Because now one, he's trained you to be without him. 2, you recognize you're okay on your own. And 3, you're kind of like, your behavior hasn't actually been that good. Like, even if you are my twin flame, like, dude, your behavior hasn't been that good. You need to make up to me now. And that is exactly the energy that you should be coming from. And the only reason why the divine feminine doesn't come from that energy is because she hasn't done her healing work, and she's terrified that if she puts a boundary in, he's going to walk away. But he's already walked away. So what have you got to lose? It's a good question, isn't it? Literally, you have nothing to lose. The only thing that you have to lose is somebody coming in and treating you not quite the way that he should treat you. That's it. You know, and all that you've got to gain is all your self-esteem and boundaries and having good people that come in and treat you the way that they should. And also teaching him that he needs to treat you in a better way. Beautiful energy. So I feel as if because he's felt you pull away, he really is starting to come to some that resolute firmness that he needs to do better, and recognizing that he needs to do better. And actually I see him maybe contacting us over the weekend, just being like, hey, how are you? And you just being like, really you've ghosted me, and you come back in with a hey, how are you? And you not replying. And it's not about playing games, it's about teaching people to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. So when he comes back in, because I feel like he's going to, because we here have this little Knight of Cups that's coming in, and he came out with the Ace of Cups, and he came out with the Death card, which is nice. I do feel like he's going to be coming back in, based on this energy. See what the other cards have to say. I feel a little bit like this is maybe his 2 sides of what's going to come out. We'll see what the cards are. But I feel like you're going to just be like that. And I think you should be like that. I feel like if they text you something fucking shitty and innocuous, like, hi, how's it going? Something like that. Don't fucking respond. You know, don't respond. You come to me with an apology for ignoring me for however long. Because I know it's easy to be like, yeah, he's busy, whatever. We're all fucking busy. Do you know what I mean? Do you text your loved ones? Do you know what I mean? 1717 on the camera when I said that. So yeah, just bullshit. So if they come in with the same bullshit of like, oh, I've been busy, I just like forgot you fucking existed, and then I remembered, and now I'm interested again. Just be like, nah, I'm good. Don't even answer. Do not answer that text message. Okay? Is my advice to you. And if you can do that, it's a very good sign that you've done a lot of healing. So we do have this Knight of Cups. So he is feeling some resolute firmness to want to, advance, to come on board, to arrive, okay? Looking at some reconciliation, possibly an invitation, possibly a proposition, but certainly feeling a little bit like there might be a visit of some form coming in here, whether it's from text, from a telephone call, or literally somebody knocking on your door. So make sure you got a full face of makeup on all weekend, just in case. No, that's very, like, what's the word? I don't know. Disempowering for the feminine. So you're beautiful without. Now, he's coming with a cup. And he's got 1 cup in this hand, 1 cup, another cup behind him, which is the 2 of Cups, which is an offer of love, okay? So there's the 2 of Cups here. It does feel as if he's coming in with an offer. And I think that unless it's a really bloody good offer, if it's just a hi, how are you, then you should fucking ignore it, okay? I need a bigger desk, you know, guys. I need a bigger desk. So, but he has come here, an outpouring of feelings, new beginnings, attraction, new relationship, fullness, abundance, joy, something coming in here. His cup is overflowing. And I feel like he's trying to get himself into a position mentally where he can come and offer this to you. Because ultimately he wants a new beginning, okay? So we have got the Death card here. This is, it's not just, words and stuff. This does feel quite a strong energy of, I want to come in and I want to have a transformation. I want to come in and talk to you about something because it's gone wrong, okay? So I do feel like he wants to transform the situation that has come with you guys, and he's just kind of getting his balls. He's just getting the balls to do this at this current moment in time is what I'm hearing. So this is what that 7 of Swords energy was about. Now, after that, we did have the Knight of the King. Oh. Yeah, the King of Coins in reverse. So this talks about weakness. It talks about defect. It talks about imperfection, vices, corruption, perversions. So the fact that that was after the death card, I feel like this is what he's trying to leave behind. But it's still present in his energy. So I do feel like you should be very careful about if this comes with a genuine offer. And I saw 2022 then, so it's 222. If this comes in, be aware that this person cannot have done all of the healing work that they needed to do since your separation, no matter how long it's been. Okay, just to be really clear, because the final stage of healing is what is done in union, and the divine feminine leads quite a lot of that healing that is required in the twin flame relationship, which is why why I'm doing this course, and it talks about kind of like doing a lot of the healing work that's required, because you can heal as much as you can separately, but then there's this other layer that we have to heal that you can only heal in union, and it's the divine feminine that leads that. 21:12 on the clock when I say that, it's the divine feminine that leads that, because she is the connection to God, and so she must be very, very stable before the union can come in. And this is why I say to you, divine feminines, that you need to do the work, because if you're not doing the work, he is not going to do the work, because it's you that leads it. Tough shit. That's the way it is. You signed up to this. So accept it and just get on with it. Now, the second pile that we had, okay, it's a nice start. We start off with the Ace of Wands. So we've got the Ace of Cups. This is an outpouring of love, of emotions and emotions and feelings. We've also got this backed up with the Ace of Wands, which is energy, passion, family, kind of the more fiery sides of things. So I don't feel like he's just coming in with passion and lust. I do also feel like he's coming in with, love as well, and emotions here with the Knight of Cups. Okay, so we've got a stable offer here. There is a stable offer here. There's a stable offer, okay. And he is coming in with an offer of love that he, six, oh my God. Okay, it gets better. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands. He is coming in with passion. There's an offer of love. There's an offer of relationship. There's an offer of an outpouring of emotions, a recognition that he's still a bit shit, but he is trying. He is working on more stability here with the Seven of Wands. He has got love for you. He does want a new beginning, and he's coming not only with the emotional side of the Ace of Cups, he's also coming with passion as well. And don't be, I was going to say don't be frigid, but you know what I'm saying, like sex often for these masculines is the place that he finds, like sexual energy is healing energy for one, and often these masculines have such a difficult time showing their emotions or sitting within that side of themselves or being connected to spirit in any way, shape or form. Often they show their love and their affection through sex. Now that doesn't mean that you need to have sexual relationships with this person, but also don't get in your head about them coming and being sexual with you, because actually they're not just trying to have sex with you. That's not the only reason why they're doing it. They're doing it because that's how they form a connection with you. And use your judgment, use your discernment with that, because obviously some of them are just coming in to try and get their end away. But some of them, that is really how they genuinely show affection. So just, you know your masculine better than I know my masculine. No, you know your masculine better than I know my masculine. What are you trying to say? Fucking hell, man. You know your masculine better than I know your masculine. I know my masculine, I think. But now I'm doubting that. Thanks, guys. So anyway, there is a victory here. He is hoping for victory when he comes in. There is good news that's coming out of their hopes and expectations. He is hoping that this will be successful when he comes in with this offer. And I do feel like maybe it's a little bit different to what he's come in with before. He also wants to bring balance to this situation, okay? And have it as a more equal exchange, because he recognizes in the past you've given him more than what he's given you. And that's just because he's been damaged and unable to actually give you anything more, because he's just damaged and he runs from himself, runs from his emotions, runs from his feelings, runs from anything love, And then interestingly enough, we have got the Emperor coming in as well. So I do feel like he's trying to come in with a stronger sense of self. And interestingly, we've got 10 cards here for the masculine, and I've done them in 2 lines, in 2 piles. And it's kind of like the Emperor is underneath the Death card. So I do feel like he's trying to put an end to kind of like his inferiority, in effect. Yeah, it's interesting what these cards are backed by. So like the 7 of Wands is backed by the Ace of Wands. The Knight of Cups is backed by the 6 of Wands. The Ace of Cups is backed by the 6 of Coins. Death card is the Emperor, and the King of Coins is with the 4 of Cups. So I do feel that there is some sort of balancing out here of energies. I feel like that 7 of Wands, he's trying to maintain his position because he has a new lustful beginning that he wants to offer. The Knight of Cups, he's coming with an offer that he's hopeful that he's victorious with. The Ace of Cups, he is offering his cup of love finally, because he recognizes that you offer your love to him and it's out of balance. So he's trying to bring balance to that situation. The Death card backed by the Emperor, there is this feeling of him wanting to, have a new beginning so he can step into his Emperor energy instead of being this kind of like, not great energy, which is the King of Coins, that we've got next. And that is backed by the 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups talks about kind of concealed anxiety, boredom, preoccupation, disappointment, discontentment, weariness, not seeing the good things, depression, and interestingly enough, oh my god, he can't talk. The man is useless at communication. It's like he just gets so tongue-tied when he wants to talk about things. And I'm talking about the things that he perceives himself as being bad in. And I find he has a really, really difficult time doing that. The reason why this masculine sits so much in his ego is because ultimately he thinks he's shit. Okay? Anybody who's narcissistic or has these behaviors, these kind of very egoic behaviors, at the root of all of that is insecurity. And when it comes down to him feeling vulnerable and opening up about these insecurities, he has a really hard time doing. And I'm feeling really hot all of a sudden. Is the heating on? I don't know. It feels really hot all of a sudden where I am now. Yeah, it's just like he can't even recognize that he has inferiority because he's so terrified it's going to be used against him. Yeah, very anxious energy about that. So he's often, mask. He's often walks around with this mask on, not showing who he is and his true feelings. Now, the fact that we've got this King of Coins in reverse, which talks about kind of like perversity, issues, problems, backed by this 4 of Cups, this is kind of like what he feels, what he's anxious about. He's anxious that you will see him for being what he thinks he is, okay? But you don't. You see him for what you think he is. Well, not think, you know what he is, but you're coming from this higher perspective and he's very much coming from this 3D aspect of who he is. So he feels like he's wearing a mask. He's not showing his true feelings. He tries to hide himself. He tries to pretend. He deludes himself. He has major confidence issues, major issues with vulnerability, major issues with an inferiority complex, slightly narcissistic in the past because he is so very insecure. So again, come with love. We've got photograph. He is looking at your pictures. You guys have shared pictures. He's looking at your pictures. He is missing you. I can see him looking at pictures of you at night. You're doing the same thing. Looking at photos, missing each other, thinking about nostalgia, and also hoping to make some new beginnings. And interestingly enough, how many of these have we got? Have we got 1 for each line? I don't know, 1, 2. No, I think we've got 6. We've got too many. Never mind. So, and then again, that's kind of, I've put it underneath this kind of 6 of Wands and this cup of love because he wants to offer something new. Heart with a key. That was very loud. Heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together. Perfect. Okay. So this is how he sees the relationship with you. He sees this as being something that could literally open his heart up, which is something he's massively struggled with. Passion. Sorry, that's the next card. Paradise, okay. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness. Again, we've had 2 cards. The one, oneness. I think the next one said something about that. I don't know. I'm hearing one. Anyway, like she's the one. I want to be one with her. Unity, this thing. So it could be pointing towards some unions happening over the next month and a half. I'm hearing by spring we're going to have a lot of unions. Okay, so just don't get obsessed with that. Just keep doing you. If he texts, if it's shit, hold back. Okay. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. This is kind of what he's imagining. This is what he wants to do. He recognizes that when he's with you, he's very happy. He has passion, huge, insane chemistry between the two of you. Oh, it says there, insane chemistry. You like each other equally. You guys have fun together. This is what he misses. So, you know, be gentle, be fun with it, but also keep your boundaries, which is probably one of the hardest things to do in the world, is to be gentle and be fun and also keep your boundaries. But that was one of the lessons. That was the lesson I just went through, wasn't it? Is that I can keep my boundaries and I can still love unconditionally. Boom. Okay, test. If you passed your test over the last week, why would Spirit be testing you? Just saying. They want me to ring my bell. Just saying. Yeah. Anyway, the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. Good. Cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Then we've got girl with the snake. I'm the girl with the new snake tattoo. Empath, narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable boundaries. So again, it's another warning. He wants you to put boundaries up against him. He doesn't want to walk all over you. And he sure as fuck doesn't want you coming as a low value woman. So be very careful of this outdated thinking where you simp to him because it isn't what he wants and it's going to drive him away. And we're moving towards a new paradigm for this relationship. So all the old things that you used to do have got to go out, which means that you have to start to respond differently. That whole empath, narcissist kind of paradigm that sometimes happens or feels with twins, that kind of needs to go. The chasing, the running, you know, the way that you get in your head about it all, that's all got to go, okay? And then boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So I do feel like there's movement here. And interestingly, we saw that as well. We saw the Six of Swords, which is that boat card, looks almost pretty much the same for the feminine. Okay. So masculine, very nice energy, very strong, lots of change coming in. Feels as if there is going to be an offer of love from this guy soon, but you need to hold your boundaries. And unless it's fucking perfect, we're not interested, buddy. Well, not perfect, that's a bit high. But unless it's very clear that he's done a lot of work and things have really changed, then it's time to move away. So you can see here, again, the Phoenix. Remember, we had this one bridging between the two of you. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change your mind. Okay, throw out that outdated thinking. Okay, so what... I just thought something. Let me just move these over here a little bit so I can still see them, but I've got space for you. Definitely need a bigger desk. Okay, so bottom of the card was the moon. Bottom of the deck was the moon card for her, wasn't it? Okay, so we didn't get so many for you. Okay, but let's have a little look what you got. We got the Four of Wands. So this is marriage. This is my twin flame card in the traditional deck. Shows two poles, those 4 wands. Looks like 11-11. There's having a marriage in the middle of it. It feels like a divine union to me. In this deck, it's very, very, it's all females. So this is the divine feminine really recognizing that she's okay on her own. I'm hearing that song. I can buy myself flowers, yeah? I can hold my own hand. So she's really stepped into this very strong, empowered feminine energy and kind of recognizing she doesn't need anybody, okay? I'm very much reaching out to that feminine community. And the other day, I had a download from Spirit that I have neglected feminine community. It's something that I'm finding with you guys, which I'm really enjoying and really appreciate that. But also, there's been kind of like this obsession of on finding the man, and that once you found the man, you don't really need friends, which is ridiculous. But that was what I was taught as a child, in fact. That's kind of like how my grandmother was, how my mother was, you know? So, but now the Spirit is really wanting us to find that feminine community with each other so that we can support each other, because the feminine has been oppressed, female communities have been oppressed, and it's really important that the feminine finds that coven, this community like we're creating here. All sort of nearly 13,000 of us now, by the way, guys. I love you. If you haven't signed up to my YouTube and stuff and find me on Instagram, please go over there because it means I can talk to you, and we've got different videos and all sorts of stuff going on, so you may enjoy. I'm going to try and post a little bit more on YouTube as well. So yeah, finding this community, definitely finding this community. I feel like you are finally stepping into your power with this Four of Wands. It's a celebration, you know. I just heard a bat mitzvah, which is the feminine version of the bar mitzvah, and I feel like it's like almost that you guys have come to age, which is weird because none of us are. I'm not. Well, I feel like I've just come to age. To be fair, fuck it. I'm, you know, bit late coming to the party, but I'm here. Oh yeah, and the reason why I was talking about that feminine stuff was to go and watch Dollface. Please go and watch Dollface. I had this as a download, and then I went on and I saw a video from Avery, who I can't remember what her handle is, but Avery, she does tarot and stuff, she's psychology and things. She's lush. I'll tag her. I told her to go and watch it because I came out and she was talking about like the power of feminine community, and it was really weird because I was watching a thing and then they said pick up your phone, open up TikTok. There's Avery talking about the same thing that was going kind of on the TV. And then they were like, tell Avery to watch this series. And they're just like, everybody should watch Dollface, basically. It's a really interesting series. Talks a lot about kind of some of the toxic... It's a good series. It's got Kat Dennings in it, so I love her. And it's very surreal. I love it. It's really good. But talks a lot about like the benefit of feminine, sort of about relationships, breakups, all of those things. And I swear to God, like Spirit is trolling me with this series because they were like, you need to watch that. So I started watching it, and Kat Dennings is literally me. She's just like being, you know, broken up from a 5-year relationship, has neglected her feminine relationships. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I was like, okay, all right, Spirit, come in for me today. But it's probably relevant. Maybe you guys have experienced this too. Sometimes we can get a bit obsessed or trapped in relationships where we just focus on them. Something I notice is I lose myself quite a lot in relationships. I'm very happy single. I'm much happier single. I need to find a way that I can balance having a relationship with myself and with others at the same time as having a relationship with a man. Because I seem to sort of lose myself. I seem to just, I don't know, become so focused on them that everything else disappears, which is really weird. Because I'm quite a strong woman, so I'm not really sure how that happens, but it does. So, but awareness is the first stage to healing, so that's good. So that might be something relevant to you guys as well. So, yeah, I feel like the feminine, she's stepping into this strong feminine potency, becoming a little bit more of a high value woman. We've got this is the 6 of Coins, which talks about bringing in balance into the typical deck. So it's like having things in balance, and it's not really a negative card. I would say it's quite neutral in a traditional deck. In this deck, it feels a little bit more negative because it talks about exploitation here. There's a fire in the background. She's there with a man. It's like a child with an old man. So I feel like this is a disempowerment from the feminine. That all of their hives have gone, so they haven't got any honey. There's a fire in the background. I feel like this is kind of what you've stepped away from a little bit, where you've stepped away from this feeling of like having to need a man, having exploitation going on in your life, not feeling like there's anything there for you. Like bees represent community, they also represent the feminine. So I feel like the fact that you've got these feminine communities that are kind of all kind of ruined in effect, I feel like kind of this recognition that is something that you actually needed, and without that, you know, you're open to exploitation, you're open to suffering. I mean, what's the first thing that toxic people do when they get in relationships with a woman? If you look at somebody who's in domestic violence or abuse or anything like that, trigger warning, the first thing that they'll do is isolate their partner, you know, because when you're isolated, it allows you to be exploited. Yeah. That's important. Community is really important. Particularly female community. Then we've got the Page of Wands and the Page of Arrows. Oh my God. Okay. And the Empress and the Lovers. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So this Page of Bows is, again, very childish, immature energy. Who does this represent? So as an individual, it's somebody very youthful, but I feel like this is, again, news and announcements, messages arriving. So I do feel like you are going to get a message that's coming in. This could also talk about a loyal friend, somebody of decent character, a person to be trusted, okay? So I feel like you are kind of learning who you can trust, who you can't trust. This also may be a message coming in and it's something that you can trust. Stoats are very fast, little kind of cute creatures. Represent speed. But ultimately, you know, we've got Primrose here. Evening Primrose is really good for women with like PMS. So I feel like this is like slightly healing. So this message will be something that is healing for you. We got water in the background there. That again reminds me of that Ace of Cups kind of. We saw that, didn't we, at the beginning? The Page of Arrows is that somebody is spying. This talks about somebody observing, somebody spying, vigilance, examination, and also can talk about a surprise as well. So the fact we got those two, I do feel like you guys are going to get a surprise of some form of communication this week that might take you, you know, soon anyway. That might sort of make you go, what? Like, what? You know, shock. Anyway, maybe turning up at your house, maybe getting a letter, maybe a text message that you just didn't expect. But remember, if it's not good enough, just because you're surprised that this person made that effort, it doesn't mean that you need to roll over. Okay? Take a breath. Go and speak to your community. Come and talk, send me a message, you know, whatever. Check in with a feminine to see what they would think about it. Because ultimately, I do feel as if you are stepping into your divine nature, divine feminines. We have the Empress here, recognizing that you are the... Oh my God, you guys! He came out as the Emperor and you came out as the Empress. I forgot he came out. I just got so obsessed with you guys. Then I forgot about his cards. We'll check to see what we've got here. But look at that. Emperor and Empress, divine counterparts. You are both attempting to step in to your power, your personal power. How beautiful is that? So the divine feminine, the green woman is in this deck. It is the Empress. This Empress energy is recognizing how fucking powerful you are, how important you are. It's recognizing that you have the feminine power, that you are the mother, that you deserve luxury, deserve beauty, you deserve success, you deserve fertility and pleasure. And it also talks about using your initiative and evolving. I feel as if the feminine has passed some tests of late, I know I have, that have actually up-leveled her quite significantly in her spiritual journey. And now you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, cool, your move. Yeah, I ain't making no more fucking moves. I'm telling you that much. I'm just focusing on me, myself, and I, and my two cats, because they have to come in. But I do recognize that I do feel like you are just very focusing on you. And this is a really beautiful energy. And we've got the Lovers after here. This is love. This is attraction. This is bringing in harmony, triumph over trials. Yeah, you guys have passed the test. And if you haven't passed the test, don't worry about it. If you fucked up and you didn't put your boundaries in and then you got triggered and then you treated somebody like shit or whatever, just go like, okay, fuck, and start again. Don't worry about it. The test will come back in fast enough and then you'll up level. Just remember the next time it comes around, okay? There is no delay. Time doesn't exist. It's just learning, okay? So it doesn't matter. The important things are you learning your lessons? Not, am I advancing as quickly as I can to come into union with my twin? That's shit energy. It's about, are you evolving spiritually? This is what this journey wholly is about. So, you know, triumph over trials, looking at using your intuition for decision, and ultimately can talk about reunion, can talk about a union coming in. These, what are they called? Ladies' slippers, I think they're called. Just reminded me of like vaginas for some reason. I don't know why. I do feel like the feminine is beginning to recognize how important she is. Let's get her two cards. Oh my God. Exactly everything I've just been saying to you guys. You can't fucking write this shit, guys. Healthy choices. You are making healthy choices in love and life. You are learning self-care, self-love, and you are being happier. I told you there's been a transition in the feminines over the last month. Not even a month, in the last literally week. In the last week. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. You are no longer accepting something that isn't enough. Period. And if he comes back in with something that isn't enough, I literally feel like you're going to refuse it. I'm going to, because I know I deserve more. And I know he deserves more. So if I accept less from him, it's worthless for both of us. I do feel this is very, very strong energy. I feel like there has been a turning point for the divine feminine. You are stepping into your intuition. You are stepping into a relationship with God. The quicker, the faster and the more intense your 4-4 on the camera when I looked at that. The quicker, the faster, and the more intense your relationship with spirit and within yourself and self-love and looking after yourself, the quicker this will come into fruition in 3D. And I know ultimately, you know, we want to be with them, and that you know, who doesn't want to be in the arms of somebody that they love and making love and kissing and touching and cuddling and stuff? Who doesn't want that? Like, we all want that. So that's okay to want. But that shouldn't be your sole focus, because that's the bonus of this journey. That's like the reward for the journey. It isn't the journey. The journey is healing. The journey is leveling up. The journey is becoming in a relationship with God, you know? Right, let's get, can we have one card of advice for the masculine, please? One card of advice for the masculine, please, Spirit. They told me off. They said I didn't knock. Okay, can I get one card of advice for the masculine from the angels, please? Just one, please, Spirit. They want me to take this one. Okay, be honest with yourself. Very much blue there for communication for the masculine as well. So masculine, look into your heart and you will know the truth of the situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself. This is all what we just said. Him trying to get the confidence to be honest about what's going on. You know, recognizing that actually there's parts of him that are just shit. That he's got massive problems and can't be honest about them because he can't be vulnerable. So it's safe to admit your truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires and they will come to you upon an angel's wing. Yeah, because this guy's been going after all sorts of shit that he thought was going to make him happy and it never was. Never did. So now he's being encouraged to go after the thing that will actually make him happy, which is you. They said to me, he's not really in contact with them. So, they would like it if you would direct the angels to go and help with the masculine, okay? If you're not praying for your masculine yet, why not? I pray for mine a lot. I pray for him to be happy. I don't pray for him to be with me. I pray for him to be happy. I pray for him to heal. I pray for him to feel fulfilled. I pray for him to find love. I pray for him to look after himself, to love himself, all of those things, okay? That's what I pray for, okay? And it should be unselfish. Spirit, can I get one card for the advice for the feminine, please? It's lovely energy today, guys. Did something flip over then? No, they just... Can I get one card, please, for the feminines? Please, angels! Ground yourself, yeah. Wedding on the bottom of the pack. I didn't even see this one. I don't think I've ever seen this card in this deck. Marriage is a union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one, which is what I was saying to you. You know, send love. Just send loads of love, unconditional love, nothing to do with you. About, I love him, so I want him. That's not conditional. That's conditional love. That's not unconditional love. Okay? Send him love. Oh, there's a big van just come. Does yours drive a van? I saw a silver van with like one of those flammable warnings or like gases on board. I know who it is. It's my neighbour because he does like refrigeration stuff, but it was funny. It looked like it was just coming at my car, started outside my house, and he lives 2 doors down. So could drive a van, could be somebody coming in to surprise you with something. Anyway, ground yourself, or if he's a van driver, worker, something like that, could be relevant. And the other one is ground yourself. When you detach your awareness from your body, and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you to balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. Yeah, and I think it's really important for the feminine to make sure that you're working on, you know, practical sides of things as well. Exercising. You know, like, I love weightlifting. I don't know about you guys, but I weightlift. I do a lot of powerlifting and stuff. I'm lifting very heavy, as heavy as I can go. will not make you meaty. Yeah, that's steroids. Yeah, you will just get really sexy and lean and strong, and it's a lovely feeling, and it's very, very good for your bones as you get older. So would be something I would advise. Would certainly be to weightlift, to move your body, to dance, to have salt baths. Put a handful of salt, rock salt, ocean salt. Not say table salt because it's poison. Proper salt, Himalayan pink salt, whatever. Into your bath and go and relax in that. Throw in some aromatherapy oils. Rub your body with olive oil. Remember, if you can't eat it, you shouldn't be putting it on your body, because your body absorbs like 60% of whatever you put on your skin. So if you're putting chemicals and all this bullshit, you want to be using this as organic and, cruelty-free, vegan-friendly, really just eating it. I just slather myself up in olive oil, in all honesty. I throw some essential oils in there. You can make a sugar scrub, which is really, really nice. A couple of tablespoonfuls of sugar in a few tablespoonfuls of olive oil. Put some aromatherapy oils in there, and then you can use that as a sugar scrub to exfoliate your skin. Really, really nice. A bit of lemon juice is good too. Helps with if you've got any hyperpigmentation or anything on your skin. You could put in ground oats, good for exfoliation. Really, really good if you've got eczema. Ground oats. God, I'm just giving you a beauty class now as well. I'm going to draw one of these Moonology cards, so we can kind of get some expectation as to when this might be coming in. This is a really long reading, but it's a really nice one. Somebody asked me to do a him/her reading in the comments, and I actually don't know who that was, so I do apologise, but here is one for you. Excuse me. Okay, can we get some information about when this may be coming in, please, Spirit? When this offer from the masculine may be coming in. When might this offer from the masculine be coming in, please, Spirit? When is this offer from the masculine coming in? Okay, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. So we're at a new moon in 2 days. And the first quarter moon is in 9 days. So in the next 9 days, I feel like you guys are going to hear from him. Let's read what the book says. I don't normally do that, but they've told me to, so I'm going to do as I'm told. Let's have a little look. Phases the moon. Here we are. Okay. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. You just can't write this shit. And I'm like, never read the book. I never read the book, man, because I just do it intuitively. But I didn't get anything for this. They were like, read the book. Like, they just blocked my site for a second there. Read the book. They're such fuckers. I love you guys. Okay, so there could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. Go and watch my video that I posted this morning about manifesting your own life. There's one that says like, I don't know what it says. Something about the way that God talks to you, and then there's one before that, like, do not do this or something. I don't know. But it was both from this morning. And it's the 18th. So the first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? Do you believe that you can do it? If so, do it. Then you probably can. If you're spending your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. Do you see how it works? Do you believe that your dreams come true? Have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you to move forward towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. That's fucking insane. I literally had a download this morning and I came online to tell you guys about it, to be like, literally, whatever you believe your universe to be, that is what your universe is. If you believe in magic and law of attraction and twin flames, that is what your reality will be. If you don't believe any of that, that will be what your reality will be. The universe is just a feedback loop of what's going on inside your own head. That's it. So what you believe, what you think, what you see, it will be what you experience. Shut up. These guys are on fire today. That's insane. So, attuned to the moon. I am committed to my dreams and move forward to them with confidence. Okay, move towards them with confidence. Additional meanings for this card. The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something, and you need to recommit to someone or something. Oh my God. Okay, in the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. It is a time when the sun and moon are at a hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be, and it can also be a time when you need to stay strong through the storm. Well, I'm glad I read the book. Thank you guys. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Well, see what happens. 9 days. I love you very much, guys. Let's end it there. If you have any questions, queries, if you want to book a reading,